What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andy and today I'm gonna be doing an update on MMTLP and FINRA saga.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And for today's video, guys, I have several quite interesting news. I will show you first of all a tiny recap of the most recent actions basically of the current position of MMTLP saga and what should we expect next. On top of that, I will show you a very interesting statement that potentially might lead us to the conclusion that FINRA knew about the implementation of EU3 Halt long before they did it on December the 8th of 2022. And we have quite interesting investigation in this case. On top of that, guys, I will add a little bit of drama inside the MMTLP community, and I will show you that despite all the noise that we have from this side of our story, potentially we might find some gems and very interesting questions to the community members that needs to be answered. So, and before we dive deep into all of these, guys, please hit the like button for YouTube algorithm and drop me a line in the comment section if you think my videos are valuable for you. On top of that, guys, you know that I'm a trader, and if you want to know more about technical analysis, if you want to enhance your trading skills, feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel and to join my Patreon account. And guys, for now there is not so many people inside the Discord group. Let me show you a sneak peek of my group. I do pretty much on a daily basis a lot of analysis on different assets. I make market updates pretty much daily. I explain to my patrons their setups, and I also do a lot of technical analysis on demand. As you can see, just recently I made several videos. It is quite long videos for the ticker symbols MAT, SEDG, SOFI, IBIT, XPenk, WTI, SPY, QQQ, COCOR, Palantir, Rocket Lab, HIMS, Wix, and many others. On top of that, guys, I do tutorials, how to see the marketing details, how do you know what type of setups you might use, and so on and so forth. That is why, guys, feel free to join my Patreon account, and we have a limited, basically it is 7 places remaining for the gold tier membership, and on top of all the information that I give to my Discord access members, you will have a weekly 30-minute Zoom call one-on-one with me, and you can ask anything. And on top of that, guys, I will teach you my course of technical analysis for online traders, and this is a crucial part of this offer. So, and let's begin today's video with this set of tweets with this Twitter account. You know that we have several active lawsuits, and one of, in my opinion, one of the most promising lawsuits was filed by Daniel Oxer, and he is extremely quiet right now, but he also pursues a so-called non-litigational path to the resolution. On top of that, guys, he wrote an open letter that for now has 562 signatures. 562 people supported this letter, and if you want to be a part of the supporters of Daniel, you can do it by signing this letter. And to be honest, it is not the highest number ever, but definitely slowly but surely Daniel is collecting more and more support in his case. On top of that, guys, we have a set of so-called 1209 lawsuits that are, let's say, some of them are quite identical one to another, but some of them are very interesting, and we have a lot of deadlines, and I covered it basically a couple of videos ago, and these lawsuits might also lead us to some interesting conclusions and quite important judge's decision. On top of that, guys, we have let's say a drama inside the MMTLP community, because some people don't want to see certain actions in the community from another people, and the most recent one and the loudest, I would say, story in this case is Scott Roth and Busy Brand's confrontation. I will come to this story a little bit later, and let's first of all let me show you this quite interesting due diligence that was made by RareDD, and he wrote this just 9 hours ago. How strange is it that FINRA apparently knew they were going to use Halt MMTLP on the same day, December the 8th of 2022, that they revised the corporate action. Notice that there's one halt at midnight, the 0 hour of December the 9th of 2022, and then another later in the morning at 8:09. Unless I'm mistaken, a U3 halt is manual or at the very least set to occur on a timer. So this would have to mean that FINRA knew they were going to U3 halt trading on December the 8th before they left the office for the day. The later halt at 8:09 gives the impression that maybe the decision was made on December the 9th in the morning. The third image shows that both halts still appear on FINRA's daily list as of March the 30th of this year. The two entities for each halt appears to be a common practice when you observe the other tickers in image 4 from the year of 2020 and beyond. What was the point of revising the MMTLP corporate action? Continuously enticing investors to buy and hold on December the 8th of 2022, when FINRA knew they were going to use halt trading before they left the office that day. And guys, here's quite interesting screenshots. Let me show you first of all. It is a screenshots from the FINRA's website where you can find the U3 halt implementation on MMTLP on December the 9th. And let me show you the second tweet. Here's an AI explaining how FINRA initiates U3 halts and how they likely did so outside of office hours. And he added again several screenshots. Basically, we can see that there is 3 paths how they can do it: automated surveillance, human decision making, and coordination with other entities. And let me show you this particular case. So the summary is following. In summary, the midnight timestamp strongly suggests that the U3 halt for MMTLP was pre-planned, deliberate action by FINRA, likely driven by the anticipation of market disruption and the need to maintain order in a highly complex situation. It highlights that FINRA can and will take action outside of standard business hours when necessary to fulfill its regulatory mandate. The MMTLP saga serves as a prime example of this proactive approach. So guys, if it was a preset timer for the midnight of December the 9th, this means, guys, despite the fact that they didn't mention about this U3 halt on the corporate action that was made basically the same day, less than 24 hours before that day, but I have to say that the U3 halt by itself is not the common practice of preventing people from buying and selling certain stock. It is extremely rare practice, and as per FINRA's rules, this was made because of the extraordinary circumstances, and these circumstances was never disclosed. So definitely it is very important and quite interesting statement, but for now, guys, I don't think that we can find the truth from this side of our story. Let me show you, let's say, another quite interesting and promising questions that were asked by guess who? By Scott Roth. And as I mentioned just yesterday and the day before yesterday, Scott has some kind of confrontation with busy brands, and despite all the rumors, all the gibberish that they are trying to let's say use, Scott wrote quite interesting set of questions, and this set of questions was confirmed, at least some of them was confirmed by busy brands himself. And let me quote to this one by one. Questions for James Garcia. 1. Does he know or has he ever owned a teenager social media website called Jiggy? If he did, why did he allow access to it only with Bitcoin? And guys, definitely it is not related to MMTLP saga, but it is just in this set of questions that I want you to know. Second one. Does he know who real Greg McCabe is on X, and has he ever had direct contact with him? And you know that the real Greg McCabe closed his Twitter account because of, let's say, the actions that were extremely controversial, and it was an official request, I guess. It was an official request, and he did it, and we don't know who this person was. Next one. I was in the Telegram group with Matt Albers, Busy, 100 MPH, Junk Savage, Jen Capella, Curtis, and Joanna L, and others. Does Garcia deny that Greg McCabe ever was in that group under an assumed name? And guys, this is the crucial question, and I will show you in a minute why it is so important. Next one. Has Garcia ever taken any direction from either Wes Christian, Greg McCabe, or John Burda to post anything on X or to take any action on behalf of any of them in any public posting or forum? Next one. How many shares does he own of MMTLP, in what broker, and will he post verified copies of his account statements showing ownership after December the 9th of 2022? And how many emails has Garcia exchanged with Greg McCabe in the last year and Wes Christian? How many phone calls has he had with McCabe and Wes Christian in the last year? So guys, I assume that Scott is thinking that potentially Busy Brands was in very close contact with Greg McCabe, and Busy Brands responded to this. You are a lazy fisherman, use your PI skills to work or get your henchman from 1209 to do the legwork. But I'm happy to see that I'm your flavor of the week. Nice try, fruitcake. So guys, Busy Brands didn't answer on any questions that was asked by Scott, and let me show you why this question, the question number 3, is very important. Here's the tweet that was made by Roman Soups, and he refers to the space call. Roman Soups wrote this: go to 3 hours 13 minutes and 40 seconds. Couple people confirmed it for her. Then Busy Brand says, yeah, I just checked the Telegram group. I confirmed it with Greg. It did come from him. Does that mean something else in Busy language? And here is the summary, and you can clearly see that Busy Brands potentially had a direct contact with Greg McCabe, and he could confirm, and he could, let's say, talk to him directly. But why in the world he didn't disclose this information to the broader MMTLP audience? And why in the world he didn't ask just any questions that potentially could help in the lawsuits that were filed basically just recently? In my opinion, it raises even more questions, and we have to keep an eye on this story as well, despite the fact that I don't like this type of, let's say, conversations. Let me show you quite interesting response that was made by Ocelot, and it is pretty straightforward explanation of why so many official people and so many broker-dealers said that the last day of trading should be December the 12th. Let me show you that originally it was the tweet from Charles Gasparina, and he published it 18 hours ago. And again, guys, regardless of your point of view on Charles Gasparina and any other person's opinion, we have to know we have to see the bigger picture of this entire story. And Charles Gasparina wrote, if you want to know why no one in the Trump administration and no one in Congress will take up the MMTLP conspiracy, this is it. Note that it says goes down on December the 8th. And he again refers to the official Metamaterials PR statement that was changed by FINRA. And yes, the official language stated that it should be position close only orders, and no one can open new positions. And it might be written controversially, and it might be understood controversially. That is why, guys, even officials made a set of mistakes. And take a look what did Ocelot write in response to JRL tweet. JRL asked, why did many major brokerages say it would trade on December the 9th and December the 12th? And Ocelot wrote, "They got it wrong. And so did Jeff Mendel of OTC Markets." Definitely confusing, but at the end of the day, the only authority that actually mattered was FINRA and the company. Although what FINRA said superseded even anything the company put out, as disclosed in their press releases. So guys, was that just a simple mistake from officials, from Jeff Mendel and from broker-dealers who also couldn't read the document properly and they couldn't understand it for 100%? If so, guys, does it mean that just an ordinary people, ordinary retail investors should know how to understand this type of, let's say, official language that again might be very controversial from the point of view of just ordinary retail investor? And does this mean that these people should be accountable for, for example, Jeff Mendel and broker dealers should be accountable for their statements despite the fact that they were wrong? I think it is another quite shady part of this story, and we have to keep an eye on this as well. On top of that, guys, we have a lot of confirmations from people who want to see justice from authorities. And Christian Shaughnessy wrote this: "In the months and days before the MMTLP halt, the SEC received many letters pleading for the SEC to protect retail investors. It's 2025 and regulators continue to look the other way. You can summarize all these letters in 3 words: enforce, trade, settlement." And guys, this is the set of letters with the official links to these letters that were written back in 2022 before the U3 halt implementation. And just a sneak peek on these letters show you that people had a lot of problems long before the MMTLP saga began. And that is why, guys, I'm unfortunately for the last several years we don't have any efforts to solve this problem. And I have to admit that authorities potentially don't want to do this because they are extremely satisfied with their work, and they don't want to do it because unfortunately retail investors don't have so loud voices in this story. That is why we are here, but we have to fight till the very end, and that is why I will do my best in order to help MMTLP community.
And guys, let me tell you my personal story. I have a wife and 2 children aged 11 and 15, as well as a small dog. After 30 years of living in Russia near the Baikal Lake, we decided to move. Now we reside in Serbia. Although I don't own any MMTLP shares, I invest a lot of time creating daily MMTLP videos. I have been doing this every day without days off and holidays for more than 1.5 years. Now I wish to buy back this time from my family, from my children. We've agreed that I will ask the MMTLP community to support me, and I will give all the money to the children. Therefore, if you believe that I am providing useful content for you and wish to support me, you can join my Patreon account. For $5 a month, I will add your name to my list of supporters if you wish. Thank you in advance. The link you can find in the description below. So, I think that's all information that I want to provide you. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, and see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the